Hey guys, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the BJJ Lender, where business, finance, and the discipline of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu intersect. I'm your host, Sham, a financial consultant, a business lender, and yes, a purple belt on the mats where you find me most days. Today, we're diving into a topic that doesn't always get the spotlight it deserves: buy-sell agreements. Think of this as the business will that determines what happens when an owner exits the company due to death, disability, or any other major life events. Just like in BJJ, you don't step on the mats without a game plan, right? And in business, a buy-sell agreement is your game plan for protecting the future of your business, your partners, and your family as well. Well, we're also going to talk about how term life insurance can be the key to funding these agreements without breaking the bank. All right, let's tie our metaphorical belts and get into it. All right, first of all, let's break it down. What is a buy-sell agreement? Simply put, it's a legally binding document that outlines what happens to an owner's share of the business if something unexpected occurs: death, disability, retirement, you name it. Why is this so important? Because without one, your business could be left scrambling. Imagine this: one of your partners pass away, and their shares are inherited by someone who knows nothing about the business. Or worse, someone who actively disrupts operations. A buy-sell agreement prevents that chaos. Here are the big benefits. Number one, continuity. The business keeps running smoothly, even in the face of unexpected changes. Number two, financial security. It protects the remaining owners and ensures the departing owner or their family is compensated fairly. Number three, conflict prevention. No fights over ownership or control. It's not just a document, guys. It's a peace of mind. All right, guys, not all buy-sell agreements are created equal. There are three primary types. Each have their own pros and cons. Number one is the cross-purchase agreement. In this setup, the remaining owners buy out the departing owner's shares. How does that work? Simple. For small businesses with a few owners, plus the remaining owners get a tax benefit called a step-up in basis. The challenge? If you have a lot of owners, it gets messy. Everyone needs to take out insurance policies on each other. Number two, the entity purchase buy-sell agreement. Here, the business itself buys back the departing owner's shares. Why it works? Easier for businesses with multiple owners since only one policy is needed. The downside of this? The remaining owners miss out on tax benefits. And last but not least, number three, the hybrid agreement. This one's a mix, all right? It lets the business and the individual owners decide who buys out the shares based on the situation. This works because maximum flexibility for complex setups. The challenges that you face, it requires careful planning to avoid confusion. Pro tip, y'all: sit down with your partners and financial advisor to choose the type that fits your business like a gi that's not too tight or too loose. Yo, here's where things get interesting. A buy-sell agreement is only as good as its funding. Without its funding, it's just words on paper. The most common way to fund a buy-sell agreement, you ask? Term life insurance. Let's go over that real quick. Each owner takes out a term life policy on the others. If someone passes away, the payout provides the money to buy out the share. Why term life insurance? The most obvious answer, number one, it's affordable, especially for small business owners. Number two, it provides liquidity when it's needed the most. And number three, and it's straightforward. No complicated financial gymnastics here. All right, let's go over scenario real quick. Let's say you own a business with two partners. Each of you take out $500,000, a $500,000 term life insurance policy on each other. If one of you pass away, that $500,000 is used to buy out their share. Simple, clean, no scrambling for cash. But what if the triggering event ain't death? What if an owner retires or becomes disabled. That's where additional funding options come into play. One of the most common ones is disability insurance. It covers buyouts if someone can no longer work. Number two, a sinking fund. The business saves a little money over time for future buyouts. Number three, another one that's pretty obvious, is bank loans. It's great for businesses, but it adds debt. Each option has its place, but term life is often the backbone and, in my opinion, is undefeated and goated for this situation. Here's a critical detail. Your buy-sell agreement isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. Businesses grow, partners come and go, and tax laws change. When should you review your agreement? Number one, when a new partner joins. Number two, after a major business expansion. Number three, or just as part of your annual business review. Keeping the agreement up to date is like updating your techniques on the mats. You don't want to be using outdated moves in a new fight, especially if your training partner or your opponent already knows you and studied you well enough. Lastly, y'all, don't forget to include some safeguards. Number one, how y'all forget about this? A non-compete clause. It prevents a departing owner from joining or starting a competing business. Number two, a confidentiality clause. It keeps sensitive information out of the wrong hands. These clauses might feel strict, but they're there to protect your business's reputation and their assets. All right, let's wrap this up. A buy-sell agreement isn't just a legal document. It's a shield for your business. And term life insurance, that's the sword that ensures you have the funds to act when life throws you a curveball. If you haven't set up a buy-sell agreement, or if yours hasn't been updated in years, it's time to act. At Fortitude Strategic Solutions, we specialize in creating agreements that are tailored fit to your business's needs. With that being said, visit our website to reach out to schedule a consultation. Let's secure your business's future together. You can find our booking information in the show notes. And for more free game, don't forget to follow us on my social media platforms, the BJJ Lender. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of the BJJ Lender. Until next time, keep your guard up, both in business and on the mats. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And push that notification button. Holla.